Good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is so easy to find. We're just like 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. We're going to be open today till 6:30 and tomorrow for your convenience 11 to 5. Anything that I talk about on the show today, of course we have it in the store. But if you have a question, just call the store, 210-341-1573. Now, if you don't live in San Antonio, but you like our products or you want to know more about it, just go to our website, happyhandyman.com. If you see something out there that you would like delivered to your front door, you can just buy it there and it'll get delivered right to you. Now, since we're talking about the store right now, I want to tell you the events that we have going on. We have had a very exciting August. Right now we still have our Ready Seal sale going on, and it is 30% off. So that means we still have some 5s left, we have gallons left. We've got plenty for you to go ahead and do the fence that you want to do, the deck that you want to do. And like I said, this Ready Seal product is an excellent product. It's for the do-it-yourselfer. You cannot go wrong using that. Now this weekend we have our Yellow Box and Consuela sale. And let me tell you, if you were thinking about it, you better get in here right now because it is almost all gone. Get in. We still have plenty of Yellow Box, and if you have a favorite Consuela that you've had your eye on, I suggest you get in real quick. Next week we are going to have another event going on. We're going to have a Nora Fleming party, and if you don't know about Nora Fleming, it is a great way to decorate for the holidays. It's serveware that has all these different little minis that you can customize each piece with. And then the last week we're going to have a make and take with Wise Out Paint. And if you don't know what that is, give me a call at the store and we can explain it because it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we are also live streaming on Facebook right now, and if you are watching, you'll notice there's more than one talking head that is on the show right now. And I invited David to join me today as part of our professional show. David, I know you and our customers know you,
yes,
but why don't you introduce yourself to our radio audience?
Okay, Trudy, first off, thanks for having me.
Yes.
And I'm a very retired master plumber.
He is, so tell me what to do. Turn him down, keep talking.
Okay, so I retired from Northside School District, 31 proud years, and 4 years retired, my wife told me I needed a hobby, so here I am.
We get that a lot here.
Yeah, and this is my ministry, and I love to interact with our customers who are very appreciative and just real good people to deal with. So we came to talk about issues.
Yes, so you see both the do-it-yourselfer here and the professional.
Correct.
But what is something that the do-it-yourselfer can easily do in plumbing? What is something they should be able to tackle in plumbing? Because you know, you and I both know. I mean, sometimes I get scared when I go down the plumbing aisle and people said, I need to do this and this, and I'm like, oh shoot, this is way above my pay grade. So you get a lot of that.
I do.
But what is something that the do-it-yourselfer can do and feel real good about it?
We do a lot of PVC repairs, sprinkler systems, drain fittings and traps, and all the supply tubes and valves for under sinks. But probably the easiest, I shouldn't say easiest, but most common issue is clogged drains.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I mean, people come in all the time.
Yeah. And we have a number of different ways to attack that. First off, you want to make sure your drain is actually draining. And if it's not draining, you need to take action to get it to drain to where you can use a product, or you need to call in a professional.
So what's your favorite product when it comes down to drain cleaners?
By far, my favorite product is Green Gobbler. Since I've been here 2.5 years, I bet we've sold hundreds of cases of Green Gobbler, and not a negative comment about it. It's very reliable, very safe for your septic systems, and very easy to use. It's economical. It comes in a 2-application bottle. You use the first bottle, half hour, 45 minutes in your drain with a little hot water on it, and you should be okay. Start running the water slowly. After that, if you're not satisfied, you can use it overnight, and it's an excellent product to use.
It just has really taken hold.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I first got that in, and they were showing it there at the show, and they had this stuff that looked like steel wool clogging a drain, and they would pour it in, and it would just move right down the drain. And so I went next to it, and I put my hand on it, expecting it to be hot, because that's what a lot of drain cleaners do. They just get real hot, and it was cold. It was, so when you tell people it's safe for their drains,
that's the acid that's heating that up. And it's non-acidic, safe for your septics, which is huge in Castle Hills and Chavano Park. And I'm just really pleased with that. You also can use one of the hair snakes, which is a little plastic device.
Show them what you brought up here. David brought.
So that's one of these. And then we got fancy, and we brought in one of these, which is a little hands turn, called a drain weasel. And those have been very popular, and that's a first course of action in something. A plunger goes a long ways, a little hand auger goes a long ways towards getting that drain moving. And then once you get it moving, you can use an enzyme product that actually goes in and feeds on that buildup, and it's a real good preventative that you can do once a month, once every couple of weeks.
Are you talking about those little sticks?
The sticks are great. They're really great for AC units. You can crumble them up in the AC pan. But it's an enzyme, and it was developed a long time ago. I think it was the Exxon Valdez where they actually came up with this theory and this type of product. But and then go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has, if you haven't been to the plumbing department lately, well, you need to come by, because he's got this excellent deal set up of a toilet. And tell him why you do that.
Well, it's an excellent example of what's going on inside of your toilet, and especially with your toilet tank. It's somewhat disassembled, where I can actually tilt it over and show people, how the connection runs. And there's a couple of different things that happen in your commode. You have the fill valve that lets the water in. You have the flush valve or flapper valve that lets the water out. A lot goes on in between there, and they have to interact appropriately to get a good flush. And you hear a leak in the middle of the night, comes on, goes off, comes on and goes off. Well, 95% of the time, that's your flapper. And
it can be scary if the person that is in that bedroom with you and there's no one else is right next to you, and you hear the toilet flush.
Exactly, and it's very disturbing. A guy like me, it just drives me crazy. But and then if you have your toilet tank running all the time, it would be in your fill valve, and that's very easy to replace. We like to encourage people to use a 400A Fluid Master. It's been around, I think I researched it, and it's been around since 1977. And it really hasn't changed much. It's a very simple repair. There's a ring on the shank. You pop that ring up and you change out the head. You don't have to mess with any of the underneath nuts and hoses and all that. So, and speaking of hoses, I wanted to touch on, you need to inspect your hoses. The hoses, you can be on vacation and one of those hoses breaks, fills your house up, and you come home to a flood.
I remember that happened to me. And my insurance company wanted me to provide the invoice for when I bought that. I went, you got to be kidding. So it's a big deal that they have to pay out on when they fail, because they will, you can have a stainless steel hose and then it's got plastic ends to it.
Exactly.
It's plastic and it's handling all kinds of water, but you have something kind of cool
Yeah.
that people can kind of catch maybe a possible leak. Yeah.
It's a leak alert, and it's an alarm that you can place, I think, in a water heater pan, underneath your commode, under the sinks, in your lavatories or vanities, on your kitchen sink. Could cause, you can get a lot of things go on down there that you won't be aware of, such as mold, which I just went through a very similar situation in our house. We're just now at the end of that project, and it's something like this can eliminate that. And another thing too is I wanted to tell people to go around to all your different fixtures underneath your sinks, operate those valves. We can make sure you have good working valves, because if you need it, it's not working. By the time you get to the street and find your meter key, and you could have a real mess going on in your house. So I tell people to use their valves at least once a year. When they flush their water heater, just make it a habit of using those valves. Make sure they're still working and sealing, and that they actually do work. And you can inspect the supply tubes at the same time.
Because that's the hard part sometimes, is you're gonna want to replace those, and you can't turn off the water.
Right.
Because they're so old. They just lock up.
And they're not only old, but there's a lot of things they don't maybe hold 100%, or it's leaking out of the stem, and so it's still going to be a water issue under your sink, but it's very little. And you just want to monitor all that, and you really want to monitor for leakage, because I recently went through a foundation leak, and had no clue until one day we were going camping and went into the restroom and got water on the floor. And so those things can pop up anytime. But also monitor your SAWS bill, and your SAWS bill will tell you a lot about what's going on with your plumbing system.
So in other words, if you get a huge bill,
or even a little, even a 10% or 20% raise. But SAWS, with these new meters they're putting in, they're going to let you know before you know. But anyway, that's something that you want to be mindful of.
Okay, so let me ask you this. We've talked about, and you were great, talking about all the things that as a do-it-yourselfer you can do. What's something that you should, as a homeowner, say, okay, it's time to call a pro?
Well, first and foremost, stay away from gas. I would be very careful. Changing out a supply line for a new water heater, do it yourself can do something like that. But when you get on the other side of the valve, when you're changing, the gas cocks and things like that, you do want to have a professional, as well as some of your sewer cloggages. Some of the bigger, more intense cloggages where you're throwing in a lot of products and they're maybe not working because you have roots and things like that. And while I'm on that subject, I would also, if you are putting any products in your sewer line, make sure to tell your plumber.
Yeah, so that's very important, because we do carry more than just green gobbler, and they're like a serious step up.
Yeah.
And as long as you know what you're doing, I mean, they're safe. But if you do that and then you call a plumber because you couldn't get it to move along, and then that can be serious for that plumber.
Absolutely, and it's serious for yourself too. And another, I need to go back a little bit. If you're using any of those products in your drains, please do not use a plunger.
Oh.
Because that can bounce back at you, and that could be, a bad situation.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you
now,
go.
if you have a plumbing problem, let me tell you, this young man is here. You are here. You're younger than
A little
I
bit.
am. Okay. He's here from Tuesdays to Fridays, and if you want excellent help, I'm telling you, he is great, and we have enjoyed having you.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
And thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, and I look forward to interacting with all my new friends. I'm making right now. So
Okay.
Thanks, Trudy.
Oh yeah. All
Thank
right.
you very
So you
much.
can take off the headphones and you can go
Okay.
back to work now.
Bye, San Antonio.
Okay. So that was great to have David on today. But I want to tell you about something that I said I was going to talk to you about last week. And it is a product that I found, and we used to have a product years ago, okay? And it was called Grip-On. Okay, Grip-On was a wonderful product for bathtubs, surrounding tile, slick marble surfaces. They used Grip-On more in a professional and commercial area than they did residential. And everything was well and good, and we could get Grip-On, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared off the edge of the earth. And when I say disappear, I mean disappear. And I had always thought, because I have so many people that come in here, and the last thing they need to do is slip and fall in the shower or the tub. I mean, that's why they put so many emergency things around the shower and stuff like that, so you don't fall, so you don't break a hip, okay? And so then about 3 weeks ago, I came across a product, and it's called Slip Doctor. And Slip Doctor is almost the same as what we used to use called Grip-On. And I just want to talk about it a little bit because I cannot tell you how excited I am to have this product. I have two kinds, and that's something that is new for us also. Before Grip-On was only for porcelain and ceramic and hard surfaces like that. So the first one is called Bathtub and Shower Kit, okay? And it's nothing super fancy about the packaging or anything like that. When you open it up, you're going to find two little bottles like this. And I know you say, Tree, that couldn't possibly do a bathtub. It does, okay? And they also give you two of those, okay? So you can do not one, but maybe two tubs. Or if you have a very large shower, you can use it. They'll give you a little scrubber and inside there is some gloves, okay? And how you're going to use this is you're first going to clean your tub, okay? And make sure it's very clean. And then you're going to apply the Slip Doctor product with the scrubby sponge on the porcelain tub or ceramic tub, okay? It does not change the surface color in any way. It does not, you can't see it. It's completely invisible. And after you put it on, you're going to wait a little bit, about 8 minutes, I think, and you need to keep it wet, okay? So if you have a fan in there or anything like that, turn it off and keep moving the product around on the tub. And you just want to use it on the bottom of the tub, you know, when you step in, okay? And then after that, then you're going to rinse it. And once you rinse it, then that tub will be slip free. Now, will you be able to feel it? Will it leave us a textured feeling? No, not at all. This is the same thing that Grip-On did. It didn't change the surface. It didn't change the color. You couldn't feel it. You just, when you step down on a secure surface, okay? It's called Slip Doctor, and we're gonna carry it on aisle 19. Now, what I was super excited about also is not only they do a product that is good for porcelain, they do a product that is good for fiberglass and acrylic, okay? And it's a small amount. You're going to shake it to activate it, and then you're going to apply it. Now this one has to sit overnight. They give you a little sponge roller to put it with, and then once you do that, it does get a little like a shiny finish, so it mimics what your fiberglass looks like. And then after that, you don't have a slick surface anymore. It's going to be one of the best things that is brand new for us, here in the store. If you have a problem, if you've got a mom or a dad and they worry about stepping into the tub, or you worry about them stepping into the tub, come by, check out the Slip Doctor, and I'll show you how to use it. Now, another thing is, I just got a newer car, and one of the first things that I put in my car is a product called Tossits. Okay, Tossits is the coolest thing. How many of you carry a trash bag around in your car? Okay, and it just sits around on the floor, and if you can get people to put their trash in it, like if, say, you were the person that is constantly taking kids, you know, carpooling it, okay, and it's great, you love these kids, you just don't like the trash that comes with all their snacks, right? Tossits is a great thing to keep. It has a little bungee cord that slips and hangs over the headrest, so it keeps it up off of the floor. It will seal completely. Okay, so that means, like, say one of the kids has got a juice box and they only drink half of it, and you put it in just a regular trash bag, well, it's going to go everywhere. You put it in these Tossits, you can seal it up, and it's completely sealed. Now, only does it just completely seal, it seals in odors too. So if someone happens to get sick in the car, you can use these Tossits, seal them up until you can throw them away. Okay, it is just one of the nicest things you can do for your car. And I went on a road trip a week ago, and I put my new Tossits in the car, and they're going to come in different colors. We don't have the different colors yet. They're going to come in different colors. Another thing is, we got a new line of candy and fudge, and this is like the adult candy. This is not the kind you give the kids. It's called the Drunken Bulldog, okay? And they make all different kinds of, so like if you have a friend's birthday and they got everything, okay, this one is an espresso martini hard piece of candy, okay? We tried them all at market. Oh my gosh, they were so good. And then they do luxury fudge. Okay, luxury fudge is different than your other fudge. It's called the Sweet Snob, and it is a great gift. It's merchandised well. And it tastes wonderful. So if you need to buy a gift for somebody that's, you know, hard to please, come in and check out the candy called Sweet Snob. Now, one more thing that I want to talk to you about. Yep, I have time. Okay, how many of y'all have like maybe aches and pains from, maybe you like to run, but then after you run, you get a lot of pain in your joints, or maybe you have arthritis, stiffness, maybe you're just in pain a lot from maybe previously when you used to do a lot of stuff, okay? And I've had people tell me, Trudy, I like some of these other things like Tiger Balm and stuff like that, but it irritates my skin. And because my mom has that problem, she can't take anything that's super heavy duty because it irritates her sensitive skin. There is a product, and it's called Naturals, okay? I know that's kind of hard to see out there. And I just want to say, hey Karen, and hi Cindy. Thank you so much for being a part of the show on Facebook today. And if you want to go out, you can always go to Johnny Chook's, out to our Facebook page, and you can see the show. And you can see all the products also. This, the Ultimate Healing Cream, is for the muscle soreness, arthritis. It's completely natural. There's nothing in it that's not natural. Arnica, chili pepper, ginger, and it's made with a coconut oil, okay? So it goes into the skin so easily. There's no waxes. Have you ever picked up some of that stuff and it's super waxy, and you gotta blend it all in, and then you gotta wipe it up off your hands? This Naturals is all made with coconut oil, and so it goes in the skin very easy. Now, if you like a firmer product, put it in the refrigerator because it's completely liquid at 76 degrees. And right now, it's way more than 76 degrees. Now, they also make another product. Okay, this is for the ultimate healing, is for all over. They also make a total foot repair, which is great for people that have like dry, cracked skin. It's great for foot pain relief. Maybe you have to stand on your feet all day long. And it's diabetic safe, and it's a natural treatment for athlete's foot. So if you're looking for something that's all natural, we have it right in the front of the store. Okay, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number here is 210-341-1573. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy all these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. See you next week.